today is like so beautiful, bro. Alright, anyways, what's good, people? Still technically a day behind, but it's going to get caught up. Anyways, today I want to call this video Priceless. Reason why is because there are some things that have a price, but there are things that don't. So, what particularly, I guess, what I would be referring to? I mean, some stuff come at the price of $1. Some things just can't be bought. Like, one thing, I heard a phrase or whatever. I'll give an example. I'm sure a lot of us have heard the phrase, the most important things in life can't be bought. I mean, I think it's very prevalent that as we grow older, it becomes more true, despite being in the age of materialism. So, things of a car that could be useful, things of a bus that could be useful. I've heard from some of the people that online, some of the people that I follow the very most, are those kind of folks, They are those kind of folks that live life with a minimum amount of materials. Like, I have a cousin that I have seen, I think it was early this year, if not last year. And I was saying one of the most interesting things about her is that she told me how she kind of like learned to adjust to just like going around with only enough that could fit in a backpack. Like, I have look at this, back here. But she is able to sustain herself off of anything that can fit inside of there. Like, that's not only inspirational, but that is pretty amazing in my opinion. Like, it really shows that it doesn't matter what we think we want or what we think we need. There are really not that much essentials when it comes to going through a day-to-day life. So, what are some things that are priceless? Now, I'm gonna say one is relationships with others. Biologically, we are set up to be bred and raised and cooperate in a system of other members of our very own species. I mean, the reason why we dominated the world is not only because of our intelligence. There's other animals that are intelligent as well, but we have the ability to create entire communities and grow off of the backs of other communities, which is, how we created the internetwork of states, countries, continents, and all of those kind of things. Like, all of that has been taught and categorized through multiple societies and multiple generations within those societies. So, I mean, that is a huge factor in itself. That's one. Two, I would say two to this particular thing, and as to what make the priceless scale so interesting and broad is obviously love, but I'm not gonna get into that. I think that's too easy and too generic. I mean, with all due respect, if you don't know it by now, I somewhat feel bad for you, but dang, man, you're missing out. So, what else can we say is priceless? I would say rational and ethical upbringing, as well as reality in terms of like perception. Like, for example, we look out, I'm in traffic. Of course, I want to say, out of the sake of my safety, that I'm paying absolute full attention to the road, which is why I'm barely looking at y'all today, for obvious reasons. But yep, when it comes to average perception, like, the sky's freaking blue. I mean, I'm driving a car, you hear the signal beeping, being able to perceive the reality of what's going on without the acknowledging or distraction of being diluted, like having that perception diluted by something, or living in a delusion. I mean, it's two separate words. That's why it's kind of sounding pretty cluttered. But being able to live with a true perception for what's going on. I mean, as I was saying, acknowledging the sky's blue, being able to cohesively comprehend what's going on around you, maintaining your rationale, having the lack of, therefore, mental disabilities that can make things much more difficult otherwise. I mean, even on a physical scale as well. Sometimes physical torture, whether it be biological, whether it be circumstantial. I mean, we're all blessed in ways, or beneficial. We're succeeding off of the success, and I would say technically somewhat the luck that we don't have to go through the problems that other people are dying and wishing they can get out of right now. You know, escaping as refugees from some of the slavery issues of Africa and trying to go into like European countries like France, who are racist enough to deny them entry, despite knowing the terrible circumstances, things of that nature, things that just not talked about by regular media. So, I mean, there are things that, as I was saying, like no amount of money can change it. No amount. Be as priceless as ever. I mean, it doesn't matter how much it is, whether it's $30 or 30 million. It can always be taken away, and it can always be changed. So I'll say, as I always say, every day is a good day, but this is a video to elaborate on why. I mean, you can always still go to sleep in a bed. You can actually go home, most likely, with the roof over your head. You have the internet that allows you to watch this. You have the leisure of being able to decide about what you want and how to go about your decisions. I mean, there's many benefits that we take advantage of that we really don't think about. And we still have all our limbs too. But I just want to make it that simple and that concise. It's your boy, the PsychoTutor, keeping it simple with another raw video. And virtues are priceless. Y'all take it easy. Every day is a good day. PsychoTutor out. Peace.